Mars versus Venus.
They say men are from Mars and women are from Venus. But me and think that divide wide enough to talk about the gap between us. Ravs, bacchanal and contention, we have all of that in the session. Let we talk man and woman thing. Warriors, jamets, queens and kings. We are sure if men are from Mars and women are from Venus. But a little comments on a Friday. Jaiga, Raw, Rody versus Abby. 3 man and 1 jamet from South. That is what we talking about. Wow. Sound effects and thing, right?
Yeah.
Sound effects and thing, right?
You get
him.
Yeah.
You get him. Ollie, we have to say happy belated birthday to our
videographer.
Happy birthday, Isaiah. Hope you had a fantastic day.
Wing Wing.
AKA Wing
Wing,
Wing.
bruv.
Happy birthday, Wing Wing. Hope you
think
had a
he's-
fantastic
I
day.
think he's not Wing Wing anymore though.
Why?
No.
You're not giving Wing Wing
Them
energy?
soldiers have nice, pretty woman in their life. And every time you see them, they never have a girl. Yeah.
Okay,
What she's slighting on
I do not. It does
What
not
she's
compute
slighting on.
how that does not make him a Wing Wing anymore.
No, he's not a Wing Wing.
Okay.
You know the description of a Wing Wing, right?
Right. No.
No?
No.
You know, you just like, alright, a Wing Wing is like a third wheel.
Oh.
You
know? Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's
Unsuspecting innocence and whatnot.
Me, and that was all Jaigas. That was all
Right.
Jaigas doing.
Because he looked
like
innocent.
to name people now,
Right,
boy.
of course.
But that day is not a Wing Wing, eh?
Oh,
I just letting all you know that.
okay. All right.
He?
Anyway, let me
Yeah,
call you
real
by
friend,
your government given name, Isaiah. I hope you had a fantastic birthday. Okay, my love? Right.
Where do? Where do? And long any that, sir? Long any that, sir? Huh?
Rodel, come on,
Where
watch.
does the lights over there, boy? It's real telltales, you know.
All right, Ollie. So we started a little late, but we had things to do. Today we actually broached it earlier on this week. And yes, it's a Mars versus Venus Sans Jaiga.
Yeah.
We started talking about it during the week. I can't remember the context in which it came up, but we're talking about age in relationships today. We're talking age
Oh gosh.
in relationships, huh?
Somebody send a voice note and tell me, please play before Mars versus Venus. Think I should play it? So sorry, sir. The program director said, no time.
The producer of the show said no.
So sorry.
But we'll listen to it off here.
Yeah.
We're talking about age in relationships. Now, we need to make the disclaimer. We're not talking about how young is too young, eh?
Yeah.
So all you aspiring pedophiles, this is not for you.
It's not the station.
This is not for you.
not
So
the
we are
station.
not talking about how young is too young. I don't want to hear after 12 is lunch. No.
After 12 and lunch.
It's a lunch.
Uh-huh.
And the reason why the play was named that way.
Mm.
Okay? So we're talking about how old is too old, actually.
How old is too old?
How old is too old?
Hmm.
We were talking during the week and I had said that, generally I tend to gravitate towards older men. Not grandpas.
When I say older, like what age? Give us
The oldest
to be very
I've done.
right. The oldest you have done.
Wow. Okay, maybe that's a bad way.
Low, let me hear it.
That's a bad way to frame
I
it.
even want the instrumental
It's a
anybody.
bad way to
No,
frame it.
you go ahead. Let
The
it flow.
oldest person
Let
that I
flow.
may have been in a relationship with
that you have done.
was 12 years older than me.
12 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
12.
You with the age now?
I, in that time, would have been in my... How old would I have been, boy, when we met?
Hmm.
I would have been probably about...
20 something.
Yeah, because this is before I... Yes.
Mhm.
I was probably about 28 when we
Mhm.
met. And he was 12 years older. That's not terrible.
He's almost 40.
That is not terrible.
Are you 40 and?
That
Hey,
is
maths.
not...
I mean, good in the maths, but that's not like 40. Eh?
That's not terrible. And
40?
I've not, but
Versus
generally,
Right.
the person that I would consider
You laughing at it.
My-
Oldest have done.
the person that I would consider
Right.
my, you know, significance at this point is about 8.
It's about
years
8.
older. Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's not terrible.
That's not bad at all.
That's not terrible. But for me, the rationale for me is that I always feel as though I generally don't have anything in common or anything to talk about with somebody my age.
Right.
And that is not casting aspersions to anybody, to men in my age group. It's not you guys, it's me.
What was the takeaway for you in that particular relationship? You being 28 and he being 40. I know a lot of young ladies who you know date older guys.
Yeah.
They say they learn a lot.
I need the brain,
Learn a
boy.
lot.
I need the brain. I need the brain. I
You
need
need
the
the brain.
I need the brain. The
You need
brain
that-
is
that conversation.
yeah,
You need
boy.
a stimulating conversation,
Yeah.
an intellectual.
On that
you know?
level.
Yeah, we
I
can-
mean, I want to party and beat my body too, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, particularly when I was 28. Yes, I still want to party and beat my body and wear tiny, tiny short pants that look like belts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, in terms of, I mean, y'all hear me. Y'all know I'm a big fat nerd. Y'all know this
Right.
by now. Y'all know like I'm nerdy but ratchet. Y'all know that.
Right.
So I need the nerdgasm type.
Right.
I need that part
Yeah, but
filled.
age doesn't necessarily mean
It doesn't
that
necessarily
you know,
mean
you-
that,
you
but it's
have
more likely. And I'm an old soul as well.
that. Yeah.
A very, very old soul. I always gravitate towards older people. My sense of humor is very linked. Like I have an old people sense of humor. I like older music and that kind of thing.
The older the better.
So it's not the older, the
The
better.
older the
You
better.
see you? I will not forget what you do, Jagger, the last time we was here together. Eh?
We just having a conversation,
Right.
Dread.
So that's me.
You say gravitate to
What
older
about older?
souls.
Older souls.
Right.
And that's across the board in terms of friendships, in terms of like right now it's so funny. There's a group of women, just brilliant, fantastic, fabulous, well accomplished
Right.
women that I love dearly. I call them the Extraordinary League of Aunties. And I really want to be part of the Extraordinary League of Aunties, but the time I had to wait until I reached 40 to join.
Yeah.
The time I can't come yet.
You have a little bit.
I find I could join now. They were like, Mom, no.
So the age that you're at right now,
Uh-huh.
if you were in a dating ring,
About a decade. About a
About a
decade.
decade?
Yeah, about a decade. Yeah. As well as physically, you generally find that older men understand the assignment a lot better.
oh, now that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to. So you don't.
Raw,
you,
what you laughing at, Raw? Why is
you
Raw
just,
laughing?
You just want to go out of the blocks. Somebody you already experienced. You don't want to explore together.
No, we can explore
know?
together, but I don't want to have
Like,
to show
don't-
you. I don't
don't
want to
do
have
it
to.
that
No,
way, do it that
hold
way.
on, hold on. We can explore together.
Not so. I just talked to you
Ex-
about that last night. I'm just telling you, don't do it like that. You don't want to go through that.
Wait. It's not that we can't explore together, but I don't want to have to do like basic biology with you and show you where things are.
But that's within all of us growing and learning each
I
other's.
don't want to have to be like,
learning each other's body and
this
vibes
is the
and.
clitoris.
Nah, man, it don't go so far, man. So I go so far, Dread. You know, J-Lo made a statement.
Roy's dying
Yeah, he
in
killing
the
himself.
corner.
You gotta go so far, man. This is the clitoris.
This is the clitoris.
Tongue here over the side.
Let me draw you a map.
I don't have no man out there who need a map, eh?
You would be surprised.
Nah.
Do you know? You know I love statistics, and I can Google it now. In terms of the fact, fellas
much
have something.
information out there
Excuse.
now, though.
Hold on. Pull it low.
No.
Pull it low.
No.
Gentlemen, I have something to tell you. And I'm doing this on behalf of all of my women folk. I have something to tell you. 75% of the women that you've ever had sex with were faking. Because
Is that why?
here's-
Can't do that report again? That
no,
is one of them- that one of them
Here's why.
ones.
Here's why. It is scientifically more difficult for women to achieve
Yes.
vaginal
Mm-hmm.
orgasm. Scientifically more so, because our bodies are different.
No, because all it generally just difficult. Wow. That is what it is. Yeah.
So there's that, which means in order for us to get there, there needs to be, you need to know where things are in order for, the assignment to be understood
Yeah.
and completed. And a lot of dudes,
You ever see those things where, like, reporters stop people on the street? They particularly do it in the States and ask them, like, where certain things are and do they know?
I saw
They
that.
don't know, though.
Yeah, them fellas and them.
They don't know.
Them just play video games.
Like, guys, the place that you like, the place that you engage is not the place that urine comes out. Like, people, like, there are men who genuinely don't know that.
But listen, if you're with a woman for a long period of time,
you learn her
long
body
relationship,
eventually.
and some men take longer than others to actually learn.
Well, you need to be in some men need to be in a remedial class.
Some men get immediately
remedial class.
The thing about women too is that at times, all right, probably for like 6 months or like to a year, you know where the spot is.
Yes.
You know?
Sometimes the spot changes, okay?
Sometimes.
The spot changes!
That spot does change every 6 months.
Sometimes the spot changes, okay?
All of a sudden, it's not there.
And you need to relearn.
I ain't feeling nothing again.
Wow, they tell you they didn't feel nothing
Try
again.
behind here. When men is just, it's just simple.
That is not necessarily true.
Nothing to worry about.
Excuse me, that is not true.
It right there.
All bodies are
Right
different,
there.
and all bodies respond differently on different days, depending on how you're feeling emotionally, etc., etc. The point is, I'm
the
saying
point?
that for moi,
Mm-hmm.
and I think for a lot of women who do dabble a lot older than they do,
Right.
than they are, is because, again, the mind connectivity, that mind connection is one part of it, and then in terms of the physical, they just generally,
Yeah, that's why y'all gravitate to older men, because they must be playing Sudoku whole day. So when he finally come, he know exactly what it is. Whole day playing Sudoku.
whatever. Okay, so how
Whole
old is...
Sudoku book on the
Excuse
side of
me,
the bed.
hi. How old is too old for you, please?
For me,
Yes.
I could do a little 55 years.
Which is how many years older than you?
That is about 23
Dude.
years. Yeah, about
So
20,
2
about
decades
20,
older?
Yeah.
It's interesting though, because the social politics behind a woman dating an older man is different from a man dating an older woman. Like, the kind of stereotypes attached to certain things. You know what I mean? Do you think it's still kind of taboo for... But actually, no. I think a younger man dating an older woman, like, it's a whole pips.
It is.
But then the older
is.
woman who is dating that younger man, and we're not talking about pedophilia here. Stop it. Remember, we're not talking about younger per se. But for the older woman dating the younger man, I think it could be, some people could see her as being one predatory, or she can't get nobody she own age, or there's that.
She's a big cougar.
Cougar,
But she
right.
run a little-
We know that. Versus an older man dating a younger woman. That is a whole pips for him, Ooh, you have a little young girl.
Yep.
It's amazing.
It's a pips.
It's a big pips.
I think it's a bit pips on both sides though.
You think?
Yeah.
It's a big pips for the men benefit, I think, from pipsage in both circumstances. How the woman is perceived in both those instances is the stuff that's dodgy. But we always get our end of the stick.
It's always get that.
So-
Always. Can't deny that one.
Right.
Let me see what's going on here. This is Tiff. She's saying, I'm dating a guy that is 11 years older than me. That's not
Okay.
too bad, man.
11, not bad. Yeah.
This guy saying the oldest I've done is 40.
Yes,
Right.
but how old are you?
I want to catch you just after you get a pension. Wow. And in between where you could actually enjoy spending it now, boy.
Yeah, but you don't
Right,
get
I
pension
don't
at
wanna-
55.
I know you get like 65 now.
Well, you concern me greatly.
No, is it 65 or
It
60?
is 60. You
It's 60
concern
now.
me,
Right,
yes.
so if I catch you in your 60, when you're now in your prime, you don't want to work, you don't get a pension, but we could still travel.
So
now,
gold
boy.
digging then. So gold digging. What you're saying is gold digging then. You want to spend granny pension.
No, I want to enjoy the moments with her. She might decide to go on a cruise at 60.
It's always a cruise, you
It's
know.
always a cruise. I
It's
on Caribbean.
always
I
a
on I
cruise.
on the Caribbean every single year.
Wow.
I must take a trip, but I had to catch you.
You had to catch her.
Yeah, before before you know you're going to that age where you just want to stay home and you know you gotta catch you when you're in your prime. The pension now start to run now, boy.
That's a
You know what I
lot
mean?
older. When you started dating that age category, also had to go doctor's appointment and thing too, eh?
Yeah, she might have a couple, 2-3 doctor appointment. Not at 60. Probably when she started hit the 68,
You said it.
the 72 and thing. Yeah,
Right.
she might get two.
By then all you're done.
2 children. Yeah, by that time.
Wow.
Nah. I wouldn't say we were done, but you know, I would have other things going on, yes. But I would still visit and come and check you and make sure you're good and
Well, then you're
you know.
winning.
Watch your pictures and like remember when we went on
Remember when we went on the Royal Caribbean? Remember when we ate all you can eat lobster in the Royal Caribbean?
Yeah, I don't remember. He's a very nice boy, you know. He's a very, very nice boy.
I'm gonna tell you what a woman body like, eh? A woman body is like when you have a itch on your back, right? And you see when you start to scratch that spot, and that itch move around, and then going up, and then it come back down, and then going on the side, and then going on the next side.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how women.
Okay.
That's how women bodies are.
Yes.
You have to real. When you feel the itch was right there,
Yes.
then after it is
Go and
move
move,
and it's
move.
go somewhere else. So
Yeah.
it's a moving itch.
It's called
That is facts,
investment
my brother.
of time and energy. You have
That
to be
is facts.
invested. Invested in your partner in that way.
Yeah.
You know?
Play this one here.
You see me, I think our older one better because they used to be more quiet and they don't be nagging.
What you say?
He say older women better because they'll be more quiet and they don't be nagging. Wow.
Yeah, they just
Really?
come and knock on the door, baby. You want something to eat?
Wow. So you want a mommy?
I'm making quinoa rice.
Quinoa rice?
I'm
You mean
making
quinoa?
Quinoa. It's not quinoa.
It's
not
quinoa.
Quinoa. I'm
Quinoa.
making quinoa for you, you know. And yeah, I'm not really doing the sugar.
What do you really want as a mommy?
Got my woman cooking for me, boy.
I just turned 52, and how dare you say I'm old?
Oh damn! Nobody ever said that.
No one said that.
No one said that.
Really? No one said that. And if you felt
Sure, you
as
look
though
fabulous at 52.
and if you felt as though that's what we implied, apologies because
Nah.
it absolutely isn't. We're not ages here. We're not ages. Right.
You ain't even getting pension yet, girl. God.
Hey guys, on the topic. For me, I really don't have a figure out how too old. You could be as old as whatever, once you could do what you're supposed to do.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. And we know what she means. She's
What
like,
is just there?
once you could do what you're supposed to do.
Wow. What
That
is-
could mean many
what is
things.
That, Lishra?
That could mean
What is
many
that?
things.
Oh, Joel, good morning. Avi,
morning.
somebody now asking me to ask you if when you don't do the do, if you used to check to see that the person heart rate going back to normal.
I mean, you know. No.
I'm in kitchen heart attack over there, you know.
No.
Abby Rudy Rowe, good morning. I agree with you, Abby. I gravitate towards older people, even my girlfriends. For the most part, they are older than I am. I have one girlfriend that is around my age,
Yep.
and
Same.
she too is wise beyond her years. Before I met my husband, I dated guys that are 20-something years older than me. And I also dated guys who always had their own business, entrepreneurs. And that's because I have an entrepreneurial spirit. I always believe in doing something else other than my regular 9-to-5 job. So I felt like if being with them, I was learning. It was more mind stimulated more than anything else. When I met my husband, he is 5 years older than I am. So it's the smallest age gap I've ever been in a relationship with. But my husband too is also wise beyond his years. So I think I'm more attracted to their mannerisms and personalities more than age. It's a level of maturity that does attract me and an intellectual. I like talking to a man who could carry a conversation.
You see, conversation about anything and everything under the sun, to the point where we could disagree on certain things. You see the ability to make me laugh. I laugh at real strippiness. You see the laugh at strippiness ability. Intelligently, that's I think that is a big part of the older the older demographic. More life experience under your belts. What we saying?
Bro, a woman body like a characteristics of COVID, bro. Finding
Wow.
spots on a woman body, like you can't see it, but when you find it, that's it. And guess what? You can find it and then it disappears, you know. Jeez.
Just say all you don't want to take the time now. Just say that. Say it with your chest.
Never had to dedicate your life.
Hi, good day, morning. I am 32 years of age and my girlfriend is 58.
Hey, you.
The older, the better.
You get some for your house, but you
Paps,
sung in real sprite.
he real happy. It's very happy this morning.
And you see in the 20th century where women feel some of us men should be able to vibrate. No, we can't vibrate, right? We can't vibrate. We won't build like your toy. Just remember that.
Wow.
Yeah, them want
You're
AI.
really in your feelings about this.
Them want AI. Good morning. My wife is 9 years younger than me.
Okay.
Bro. What? Woman your age times 2 minus 11 equals the perfect age, man.
What?
Men your age divided by 2 plus 11, the perfect woman. That's what my old uncle used to say.
That is a lot of maths to maths, eh?
Wow. Wow.
Y'all are really terrible, but good morning to you guys. I am dating somebody way older than me. However, I was married to a younger guy, and we are divorced, and I'm now dating somebody older. And I will tell you, the conversations are way more out of this world. And just listening to them, you are aroused. I will never date a younger guy again. I'm very sorry.
How
it might sound
aroused?
very bad, but that is just the facts.
Yes. Teachers want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Morning. I definitely agree with Miss Abeo. I tend to gravitate to older men. It just feels right. I'm an old soul and I currently manage volunteers. So, people that volunteer are in that epsilon of age and wisdom and all that thing. So I'm surrounded by older people. So I have this sense of humor. I get it. And I love a man with a brain. A brain and an emotional EQ. Thank you, Father God. If you could throw a beard in there, even better. Thank you. But I definitely agree. The oldest, for me personally, has been 15-year age gap.
15-year age
It didn't
gap.
last too long, but I mean that was the oldest, and my normal realm is between like a 6 to 8 is a good age gap for me. 6 to 8 tends to work the best for me, but like I said, 10, I'm with it. But yes, have a great morning. Bye.
You too.
All right, nice. How this?
Man alone. Old woman alone, we taking home. Old woman alone, we big boss.
Old woman alone, we Lexus. Old woman alone. When I was 35, I had a relationship with a 50-year-old woman. Right? It was the best. There was any. What is this boy? There was any. I don't want to do this or that. Them young girl is where you feel. Jesus, I carry that. Come on, Marlon.
Morning, everybody. Morning, actually. I'm a week here, yes. Now, I experienced it both sides. One, when I was younger, around the age of 21, I was dating and involved in a very heavy relationship with a lady who was 15 years older than I am. And it was nice. Yeah, she taught me a lot about life. Not just essay, but about life on the whole. She was very, very, very nice. One day, walking into, I saw a partner, I walked with my chest up. And I so glad to introduce my girl to him. I said, hey, hi, nice to meet you, Mother Curta. I never know your mama looking so nice.
Wow.
Yeah, that real hurt. And then when I became older, I dated a young lady who was 14 years younger. And after the second party, I said, no, you see me?
Yeah, bro.
Nah, I'm looking around my age now. Nah, I can't do that.
Understood. There's the whole equation too, and this is why we didn't want to go in the direction of youth, young.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times, let me not say a lot of the times, there are times where you may see an older man dating a younger woman who's a lot younger, who's like just cross watermark, as we would say. Just cross watermark. And sometimes what it is that there was an element of grooming that was happening. In fact, this goes both ways as well. Grooming goes both ways. Because sometimes we don't frame seeing women as potential predators, when in fact there are cases of abuse that happens like that, as well as we live in a society too where it's still it's gross, but it's still considered a pips in a kind of a way for a young man to have their first sexual encounter with an older woman, and a young man below watermark, so to speak. So sometimes when I see younger older dynamics, depending on the age of the younger, I was raised a little eyebrow because I was wanting to know how long earlier. Grooming, that whole idea of grooming, but what usually happens is people who groom, who gravitate to those younger folks in that particular kind of age bracket, when they cross watermark, the relationship doesn't last much longer, because the truth is, it's not that they were necessarily attracted to the person themselves. They were attracted to the fact that they were underage, which is where that whole idea of pedophilia and predatory, that's where the problem is. So that's why we didn't really want to go in that direction, and I'm not casting any aspersions on anybody who is listening in, but I'm saying that is also part of the equation, depending on the age brackets that we're talking about. Yes.
More meat than rice. I was 31, she was 52, and it was the best. But you know, it wasn't no serious thing.
Okay. All right.
It was just plaything for the both of us.
Okay, that's
fair.
fair.
You have fun, Mario.
You know,
have fun. Guys, we have a lot of voice notes, a lot of messages here. Apparently, everybody's dating people older than them.
Yeah.
Right?
Nobody dating nobody their age.
Nobody
Apparently.
at all. Right?
Nobody.
So, Raw, play one for us. When we come back, we have what's trending, and we jump right back in. It's Mars versus Venus, man.
Hey.
How old?
It's too old.
It's too old.
Hey,
bruv. How old is too old, bruv?
How old is too old?
How old is too old, bruv? You're getting in it. You've been there, you've done it, innit?
You've been there, done that. I'm thinking like about 10 years.
10 years, bruv?
A little 10 years over.
10 years or over, bruv.
A little 10 years.
I can do plus 30.
What's a decade?
Plus 30, bruv. I'm cool with plus 30, bruv.
Plus 30?
Plus 30, bruv. I got to get the peas, bruv.
Plus 30?
I got to get the peas, bruv. Yeah. You.
So you're helping them.
She
got
got her
help them
stuff
collect
together
the pension
already.
then.
Yeah, bruv. She got her stuff together already. She probably don't pay off for her mortgage and stuff. And, I'll be in a better position investing wise. If I invest my time,
right.
Plus 30, bruv.
Plus 30.
The peas got a share, bruv.
Okay.
Hey, Rudy, Abby.
Can't take you.
What I meant, when I say what they gotta do what they're supposed to do. Meaning, we're in a relationship. By the way, I've dated someone like close to 30 years over.
Ooh, she could lie with you.
Age. I am 51 now. But anyways, they have to do what they're supposed to do in bed. And everything else that comes with that.
Boom bang.
Taking care of me.
Very simple. Very simple. I like it for that, girl.
Explaining that.
I like it for that.
Yeah.
Forthright.
It's very clear.
Clear.
Crystal clear.
This is what it is. Thank you.
This is where you're getting into. Better perform.
Hello.
Good morning, guys. I think the laugh at stupidness you're referring to is like a sense of humor. You must have that sense of humor, and also I think it's your aura that does attract persons. But I'm not going no old man. Yeah, if you're Jubilee and all that. No offense, but good man.
You're serial.
When your time pass. You relax there and calm yourself with your pension.
Say I'm not going anywhere with no old man.
Real talk, stop trying to compare us with your Bob, battery-operated boyfriend.
Hey.
We wasn't built like that. We can't vibrate.
Okay, nobody is comparing you to Bob, Nobody is comparing you to Bob. All I said is that, you know, women's bodies are built one way, men's bodies are built a little differently. And we have to, we both need to understand each other's bodies, and people's bodies across gender lines respond differently at different times according to the mood you're in, you're stressed out, da 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 da. However, scientifically, women's bodies are a little bit more difficult to achieve certain things. And socially, remember when this whole thing started up? Coitus, the hot coitus, was never about pleasure for women, you know. It was never about that. It was about procreation, which is why
Vikings days.
Thank you. Which is why we still having conversations now about Roe versus Wade. And this is how we connect the dots. This is why we kiki is important. I love it. But it's also about connecting the dots. It's the reason why we still feel as though we have a right to control women's bodies, because sex for pleasure for us is still considered taboo. And as a result, a lot of men don't even consider. Or they think they consider, but they don't understand really what it means to consider pleasure for their partner. You know what I mean?
That's a whole
nother conversation. Which is why I'm saying there are a lot of men out there who think they know where the clitoris is, but they don't.
I mean,
ladies, start telling them, you know, don't be out there coming back, and he not doing nothing. Stop it.
There are a lot of documentaries on Netflix that speak heavily on the anatomy of a woman's body, and you know, you learn a lot. You could learn a lot, right?
Talk to each other too.
If you don't know where the bell is, boy, nah, boy, you need to
real
start from
people
scratch,
who don't know where the bell is.
No
idea. Yes, sir.
Good morning, breakfast party. Abby, why are you talking about me this morning? I am 54 years old, 9 children, 5 baby mother, and I still can't find the hole in it.
Wait. I mean, you find it.
You found the hole. You found the hole. You never found the doorbell.
Yeah, correct.
You found the door.
You found it.
You found the door,
Yeah,
but
you
not
found
the
it.
doorbell.
And you sound like you just used to just.
Can you ring my bell?
You used to knock, my brother. You just going wrong in the neighborhood, boy. My husband is 11 years older than me. We've been together 10 years. Never been attracted to guys my own age. Never. Ever. John Alton Maloney, you all not reading mine? I'm listening to you.
Hi, John from Maloney. Play the man voice note, please.
John, what is that, boy? Do you what? Never had sex with nobody, hon. Y'all never. I've never dated anyone and anybody. Never.
John, come now, man.
Pushing wang. When I was 24, I had a 62-year-old girlfriend. Damn, nice fire, man. Damn, you steamy boy, dog boy.
62?
That's a big gap, boy. A real big gap.
Do you want a mommy?
24, you probably know get a little vehicle. I market runs.
You understand? You are an errand boy. Say that.
I market runs.
You say help she out.
Yeah, pass with play my play where I'm about to pass play my play where.
Tell me you say help. You say pass and help she out. Don't tell me. You know. Wow.
Hey.
Yo, I just get on the scene and I hear the topic. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am 8 years older than my wife. I have 2 older kids. Their mom was alright because she passed. Their mom was 1 year older than me. It was a cool scene. Love my baby moms. But my wife right now, 8 years younger than me, and that's perfect. I mean, when I met her, she was young, fresh and green. We've been at it since she was like 19 now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, for me, yeah, it's a good scene. Usually, me, I didn't want to have, since I already had 2 kids, I don't want to find no girl around my age. Because I come when she got kids.
Yeah, he not on that.
Good morning, Ojo family. I'm in my late 30s, and I've often found women my age don't know the art of seduction. So I'm more attracted to more mature women.
Okay, fair.
Because I know I am more of a love maker. The quickies, we can do the quickies and get it out of the way, but I am more of a love maker. And more mature women appreciate love making more. I mean, physical attraction, once the breast has life, and the legs got no big veins on them. I
Wow.
can stroke a leg in
Right,
in
bro.
comfort.
Okay, all right.
I got
We
it.
on.
I got it, bro. I got
we
it.
got it. We got
bruv.
it. We got
Okay.
it. Okay.
He's a love maker. He's
It's
not-
very interesting to hear men's justification for dating someone younger or older as opposed to women's justification. It's
Yeah,
very
well, it's two
interesting.
different spectrum, Carl.
It is
we-
very
we just
interesting
think
to hear
differently.
it.
We think differently. You all want to talk and talk and talk. We just, you know, it's like a trampoline. And
Wow.
you read of it like a magazine.
And you tell me earlier you have
Yeah,
no
what-
interest in trampoline jumping. You want
Yo!
a skipping rope.
Yo!
Rody told me he do a stand-up comedy thing last night.
Yeah, you're not on that.
And he say you don't want nobody like him on a trampoline.
Yeah.
A gentle skipping rope,
Yeah,
maybe.
skipping rope, yeah.
Little skipping rope,
Trampoline,
trampoline,
yeah.
nothing.
You ever see somebody jump on a trampoline before? Da, 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 da.
Good morning, guys, again. Abby, I agree and I disagree with you this morning. The oldest I've done is somebody 14 years older than me. And I am like you. I'm an old soul. I'm a sapiosexual. You need to stimulate my mind before you can stimulate my body. But it have some men out there that are older, and all they know is the same three strokes.
You right.
Three positions.
You right. You
You
right.
know, my grandmother used to say, no matter how hard you press the elevator button, doesn't make it come any faster. And the stroke that go work for Sandra ain't go work for me. At the time I was younger, I didn't know what she meant. I know now.
But we know now.
I know now. So,
we know now, sis.
Fellas, take that into consideration.
Listen.
Wow.
You could
Your
press the
grandmother tell you
button. Listen to your grandmothers out there, no.
No matter how hard you press that elevator
it's
button.
not going to make it come no faster.
Hey. A little
Wow.
different, yes.
No, she's right.
I think certain people, I mean, I know that there are people that have their reasons to date older, but you know, there's a lot you go through when you're dating somebody who is basically kind of on the same page with you, you know, in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
You know, when they don't have this stuff together, you do have your
You
stuff
stuff together, you battle
and
it
you
through
kinda see,
together,
you gotta
yes.
figure it out. That is a challenge. That is a real challenge.
What I would say is there's a challenge and there's beauty and growth that comes from that
Yeah,
experience.
correct. Mhm.
But again, in terms of not painting with a broad brush, just
Yeah.
as neighbor says, like dating older isn't a surefire entry into, you know, the orgasmic kingdom. It is not a surefire entry into, you know. It's also not a surefire entry into the house of financial stability because there are a lot of older people who still
Yeah.
figuring out their life. Like you
Yeah.
still might go through the
But
same,
he could
figure
tell-
it out together.
He could tell her the mistakes he made.
He
though.
made, yeah.
He would
You
tell
know,
the girl,
yes.
Take that loan there, don't go and do that
Don't
there.
do
no.
that.
Don't do that. That
Yeah.
interest high, girl.
Yeah, yeah.
But in 1962, I had to take a loan there. Don't go and do that there at all.
So why not be 1962 though? How?
We out of time, and
Yeah,
it's a
we
real
out of
voice
time,
note
and
here,
people
boy.
like to come in the studio. So let we go.
Guys, thanks for contributing.
Yeah,
Thanks for
yeah.
contributing. We really gotta go.
Have a great one, guys.
It's just the answer, you know.
Be
I'm out three answers.
be good. Walk good out the road over the weekends, and we'll see you all on.
Stay alive.
Yes, at
Stay
Staying
Alive.
Alive
Stay
over the
Alive,
weekend. We will
yeah.
see you at Staying Alive on Saturday. If you can't go in person, I still encourage you to buy the tickets to contribute to the GoFundMe. O2 Park Shagaramas this Saturday. Gates open at 6. Show 7:30 p.m. It's a monster cast and it's for a beautiful cause. Please support.
Love Carla, love alone. Well, you go out, carry on, man, all this weekend. We gone.